Most of your sales don't fall through because your product is bad or because you don't have enough meetings. They fall through because you're failing to build a strong offer. Here's the truth. After working with more than 50 companies, I can tell you that sales don't break down because of your product. They break down because your offer isn't strong enough. And that's exactly why I picked up Alex Hormozi's book, 100 Million Offers. This book is all about building offers so good, so valuable that your clients feel stupid say no. Now, I've read this cover to cover and applied these concepts in my own agents, so in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the 4 biggest lessons that completely change how I structure offers and how you can start using them today. So, the first thing Alex talks about is what he calls the value equation. Now this sounds complicated, but it's pretty simple. Look, every client is asking themselves 4 questions when they look at your offer. How big is the result I'll get? Will this actually work for me? How long will it take me? And how much effort do I have to put in? Alex shows you that the more you can increase the first 2 and decrease the last 2, the more irresistible your offer becomes. It's like a mental calculator your prospects are running in their own heads. Let me give you an example from my own agents. I used to say, we will help you get more leads. That's weak, right? After identifying the opportunities, I say, we will get you 20 qualified meetings with decision makers in 60 days, and our team handles everything. Same service, but now I've made the outcome specific, the timeline clear, and removed all the effort from the client. You know what's interesting? A vague promise like more leads someday makes people think, yeah, maybe. But when you frame it specifically and remove the barriers, they think, this is exactly what I need. So that's lesson number 1. Every strong offer starts by thinking through these 4 elements. Now, let me show you how to take this even deeper. The second lesson is about getting crystal clear on your client's dream outcome and then systematically removing every barrier that's stopping them from getting there. Here is what I learned. Clients don't buy your service, they buy the transformation. And here's the kicker. They hesitate when they see obstacles in their way. Think about your own business for a second. When you're considering a purchase, what stops you? It's usually the, yeah, but what if it doesn't work for me because of X, Y, and Z? I had a SaaS client who wanted to fill their pipeline with qualified meetings. Their dream outcome was clear. More conversations with decision makers who could actually buy. But what was getting their way? Poor targeting, ads that didn't resonate, and a sales team that took forever to follow up. So instead of just promising more meetings, I structured my offer to handle all 3 barriers. We do the targeting research, we write the ads that convert, and we set up the CRM automation for instant follow-up. Suddenly, there is no excuse for them to say no. Most service providers assume the client will figure out the rest on their own. That's a mistake. When you take full ownership of removing every obstacle between where they are and where they want to be, your offer becomes incredibly valuable. So remember this, when you remove every barrier, you remove every excuse for the client to say no. If you're listening to this and thinking, I need help building an offer like this for my own business, I'm offering 3 free strategy sessions per week where we look at your specific situation and map out how to make your offer irresistible. The link is in the description. Now, the third thing Alex talks about, and this one is huge, is stacking solutions and packing your offer properly. Here's something I had to learn the hard way. People value what they can see and count. When I first started my agents, I would just say, we handle your whole marketing. Boring, right? But when you break down your offer into specific components, name them, and add bonuses, the perceived value goes through the roof real fast. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you run a cybersecurity service. Instead of saying, we will protect your business from online threats, you packed it as the complete Cyber Shield program. Now you show each piece 24/7 monitoring, employee training modules, automated backup systems, monthly security audits. Then you stack bonus. free onboarding workshop, incident response playbook, direct hotline access. The same exact service suddenly feels 5 times more valuable because it's structured, named, and packed with extras. A generic promise like "we handle your security" sounds like every other provider, but a structured system with a name and clear components, that feels unique, premium, and honestly pretty hard to say no to. The key takeaway here is that packaging transforms your service into a method, and methods sell way better than promises. Which brings me to final lesson. The last lesson, and this one completely changed how I price my services, is about flipping the risk and anchoring your price to value, not time. Think about it from your client's perspective. When they are considering hiring you, they are thinking, what if this doesn't work? All the risks feels like it's on them. But here's what Alex taught me. If you can take the risk away and show that the return far outweighs the investment, the decision becomes almost automatic. I used to just charge clients a monthly retainer without much context. Now, even though I still work on retainers, I anchor everything on the value they are getting. Instead of just saying we charge $3,000 a month, I frame it as we generate $30,000 worth of pipeline for $3,000. And for clients where it makes sense, I add guarantees like if we don't get you 20 qualified meetings in the first 6 days, we keep you working for free until we do. That completely flips the script. Now the risk is on me and the value is crystal clear. You know the difference? Hourly fees make clients think I'm paying for time. Value-based pricing with guarantees makes them think I'm investing in results. Totally different mindset. When you remove the risk and tie your price to outcomes, your offer stops being an expense and starts being an investment. And that's when everything changes. So here's what I want you to walk away with. Sales become infinitely easier when your offer does most of the heavy lifting for you. If you can create an offer that paints a crystal clear picture of the outcome, removes every possible barrier, feels like a completely system instead of just a service, and takes all the risk off your client's shoulders, then closing deals become almost automatic. I've seen this work with my own agents' clients, and honestly, it's pretty amazing to watch. When you get the offer structure right, prospects will start saying things like, when do we start? Instead of, let me think about it. And listen, if you want help creating your own version of what Alex calls a 100 million offer for your business, that's exactly what we will work on together in those free strategy sessions I mentioned before. We will look at your current offer and map out how to make it absolutely irresistible for your ideal clients. I only do 3 per week, so grab the link in the description. If this breakdown was helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and drop a comment to let me know what other business books you would like me to dive into next. I see you in the next one.